Hi, welcome back to Simply Magnificent Black and Bold. Today, our episode is called Mic Check and Mission Work with Keisha Edwards. She is a radio personality, a community activist, and she is a woman of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you for joining us today, Keisha. How are you doing?
Hey, Court. Thanks for having me. I'm great. I'm great. Can't complain. Look, radio was my past life, but I will say, um, you never lose that. I stay at the
Yeah.
radio and I love the radio station, but that was my past life. That was
Hey, hey,
some
hey.
time ago.
Hey, I understand that. So we see that you are joining us from Norfolk, Virginia. That's one of the things that we did highlight in our episode. So, what are some things that you currently do in your current
In my
career and
role.
in your role as the director of
Okay.
marketing and PR? Yeah.
So my main focus is getting mass out there, making sure people are aware and understanding what mass does, what mass means, eliminating stigmas. You name it, any type of media show, I'm usually writing them. I'm requesting to be present to talk about it. People still they're not comfortable talking about sex, what we do. As you can imagine, schools and churches have a lot of red tape when it comes to that. And so I just want to, knowledge is power. And I just want to make people aware of why it's important to know your status, why it's important to be tested, why it's important to talk to your children, why it's important to have that open conversation about sex, because I mean, it's what it is. It's sex. And so nobody wants to talk about it. I think even people, they don't even say sex anymore. They be like, the S. What? The
Yeah,
S?
yeah. You gotta have
And
the right
so it's
name.
just something where people need to learn to have an open conversation about it and be comfortable talking about it, and so that's where I come in. And then I am the ask of the company. I used to tell people the beggar, and then I learned the proper term is the ask. So, being a 501c3, you really look for donations before you try to, spend, because we're out here doing a lot of free services, providing free services. And in order to keep the things free, I go around and I ask for donations. I request and I solicit what we need, everything from pampers on down, clothing, shoes, food, toiletry items. We want to continue to be able to give that to the community at no charge, and so in order to do that, we rely heavily on donations. And so between my letters, my face-to-face, my networking, my hello, I'm here, between all of that, that's where the PR part comes in. I'm just trying to make sure that we get everything that we need so we can continue to provide the service that we do.
Okay, so that's cool. So when you are giving and you're saying you're reaching out to these companies and stuff like that, is where can we reach out to you so we can get some of that information and stuff too? We can get that out to the
Sure.
people as
Yes,
well.
yes. Okay, so we are on Facebook under Minority Aid Support Services. We're also on Instagram, Mass VA. Of course, our website is minorityAidSupport.org. People can reach me directly if they ever wanted to at KEdwards@massva.org. Or, there's always the option to call. I know a lot of people, when they hit that 757, depending on where they are, they may not want to. Plus, some people just don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk to me. But in any event, it is 757-644-3595, extension 113, where I can be reached at directly. I do get a lot of people who inquire about us doing community events, doing health fairs, coming out, setting up a table. Pride is coming in June, and we have a lot of events that we will be at during the month of June. And so if you're just looking for something for us to partner with you all or to come speak about it, to address the issue. I remember for me, sex education was vital during high school. I don't know if they have that anymore. Do they
They
even do
don't.
that?
They don't. They don't. They don't.
Sex education, and so that was vital to me, and that's why I was very selective. And when deciding was I going to do this or not, because it scared me, because they showed me what I needed to see. You see, and that's what we treat here. But it showed me all the diseases and some of the aftermaths and the infections that come with sex when you don't have that conversation or when you're not using that protection. And so I was like, hold up, I needed those videos. I needed those videos because it kept me
because nowadays, like I feel like when I was talking to my wife and like other people that's in education, they were saying like you have to like sign up for it and it's not actually offered. And it's like,
It's not.
but we used to have it like elementary school, like my paper had to be signed, but
Yes.
in this class to understand
elementary,
like what
middle,
it
and
meant.
high. I
Yeah,
had sex
yeah,
education. And by the time I got to high school, we had pictures, graphic
yeah.
pictures. And I was like, not going to do that. Not
Uh-huh,
going to do that. Just from the
uh-huh.
pictures. So I really understand. I get it. You know, you really need to see it and really understand why we're here and why we're
Mhm.
advocating for, knowing your status and safe sex. I mean, condoms are free here. Like they're boatload. You can just walk in with a bag and you can get a bag from us or you can have your bag already on you and we will fill
Hey,
it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of free stuff that we provide. And I'm like, why are you not taking advantage of it? I don't understand,
yeah.
you know?
So when you talk about that, so when you go talk to younger generation, how do you kind of connect with them to like fight the stigma of what sex is? Like, how
Right.
is that something that y'all fight? Because I know that's hard.
It's very hard. So first of all, when they hear HIV/AIDS,
Mhm,
instantly they're like turned off because they're like, oh, you dealing with that? I don't have that or whatever. Are you sexually active? Do you get tested
mhm,
regularly? Well, how do you know? And so the whole stigma behind it. First of all, it is not a gay or bisexual infection, right? I
mhm.
mean, you have males, females, heterosexuals, white, black, Indian that are catching it. And that's all because for one, they're not knowledgeable, they're not informed. I mean, we have PrEP. We have those who, if they're going to be out there and they're going to be in that environment in the street and they know they love that lifestyle, get on PrEP because
Yes.
which is that's the
For
pill. I want to say it's in a shot form now too
yeah,
that they're
yeah.
able to take that
Mhm,
allows them to remain 99.9%, you know, if they're
mhm.
having sex with someone who's undetectable. Let's just say that, for example. So you know that they're positive and you're having sex and you're on PrEP and you're taking it regularly, that's giving you more chances of not catching HIV. And that's the goal, is for you to, of course,
Mhm.
enjoy sex, have sex, do whatever. That's what it's there for. But be smart about it, be safe about it. You just think because I'm not gay, I can't catch it. I'm not bisexual, I can't catch it. No, and then you have
Mhm.
people who don't understand that it's more than just sex. I mean, it is mother to child. It is also
Mhm.
sharing of needles, which is why we have our comprehensive
Mm.
harm reduction program, which is our program where we're basically when you return your dirty needles to us, and I mean, it's a whole program. They get a card and an identification card and everything, and we ask them to come back and get tested every 6 months regularly. And long as they remain negative, we're providing them all that they need
Oh,
to
that's
use.
beautiful.
Because in
Yeah.
the end, you're not going to be able to stop anyone from using until they decide they're ready,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah.
we need to protect them as well. Because if you're picking up dirty needles off the ground or you're sharing needles, hello, that's
Yeah,
another
that's
thing to
easy.
catch. Exactly what we're trying to
Transfer.
prevent.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we even have our comprehensive harm reduction program now, which is allowing them to come in with their card. They make an appointment. We know who they are. We're testing them regularly, and they can ask for short and long syringes. They can ask for the pack has band-aids, it has cotton
Oh,
swabs, it has
good.
alcohol swabs, it has tourniquets, it has everything they need, even down to the pipe. You hear me?
Nice.
Because
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
end, until they
Yeah.
decide they are ready, they're not going to stop using. And that out of that program, we extended to our pregnancy pilot program because we were getting active users who were pregnant. Yes.
That
And
was
so
my next
now
question about Black
we're
women
trying
and
to help
how
them.
okay.
Yes, we're
Okay.
trying to help them with not only prenatal, but
Okay.
postpartum. Because,
Oh,
if
that's
you're
nice.
actively
Yeah.
using, you are at risk of losing your child.
Yeah.
Not
They
only
need
not
support.
only maybe prematurely, but if you give birth, they possibly the state could take your child. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
we're trying to set them up with case managers and help in our pregnancy pilot program, even down to food and pampers. We're trying to address every need possible in the community because in the end it's out there, and
Yeah.
we're out here trying
Yeah.
to help. We have to see you. You have to reach out. You have to let us know you're here. And that way, what you need, and that way we can provide the service for you.
Okay, so I love that you're able to provide all of these services to different age groups, different it doesn't matter age groups, minorities or anything like that
None
as
of
your
that.
background says, minority age support services.
You got it. You
So
got it.
so with that, so what is the I see it's the National Day of HIV behind you. So what
Yeah.
day
So
is that? Can
so
you
that is
give us some
we're actually at Walgreens, and I
okay.
did a little flyer. I don't know if they could
Okay,
see it,
okay.
but
Yeah,
we're
they
at
can see
Walgreens. National HIV Day testing day is June 27th.
Okay.
We're going to be at Walgreens located at 115 West Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia. And we're going to be here from 10 to 3. And so that's a
Beautiful.
day to encourage everyone to just come out and get tested. We do provide, giveaways on that day. We try to make it fun because we're always testing. But when we go
Mm-hmm.
in the community, it's usually for an event. It's usually for a special occasion like World AIDS Day, which is always December 1st. So that was one of those days where we encourage people to come out, know your status, get tested. You're in Walgreens,
Yeah.
so, you're in a space that you feel comfortable, just like mass. A lot of people feel comfortable here, but you're in a space where you're welcome and we can answer any questions you have, get you tested, get you in and out. At on location, they usually do rapid testing,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is, that 20-minute
Yeah,
test,
20
you'll
minutes.
have your results
Yeah.
within 20 minutes. So, yeah, so that I have that because that's our very next big event. But we got a few coming up, but
I
I
like
have
that.
that in the background because that's the one that will cooperate with me.
Hey, that's what I was getting ready to say. Hey, we had to before we were getting on here, we were getting our backgrounds together. And we had to make sure that it
Yes,
was right and it was mirrored. So that's what we were talking about. So I
yes.
really like that background too, because it
Thank
gives
you.
reminds us to let us know, go get tested, know your status. And if you are positive, if you're not positive, and like you said, no have prep. If you want to get out, be out in the streets, as they say.
No judgment here. No
Yeah, and it's
judgment here. I
not,
mean, we have
not
people
at
who walk
all.
in and they're in the middle of their shift. And when I say
Yeah.
shift, I'm talking about street walking shift and come in for
Okay.
comments with their clients in the parking lot. No judgment.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
we want. That's why
Yeah.
we're here. And if I could also say court, because a lot of people, the minority throws a lot of people because we are
Okay.
minority owned, minority operated. It was founded by
Mhm.
the Edmonds, who you know, Marilyn Edmonds started as a nurse. She saw the
Yeah.
need. She focused on HIV and testing. And then when she saw that it was kind of dwindling away, but the epidemic
The
was not,
epidemic.
she was like, we've got to do something about this. And so that's where it comes from. But we cater to
Ah,
all. If you are a
beautiful.
human and sexually active, I do say that. Because
Have
we're
some
not
prep.
testing animals, but if you are human and you are sexually active, we encourage you to know your status. Simple as that. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter race, ethnicity, any of that. We encourage you to come on in. And I just love our name because as I always
Yeah.
tell people, we're out here making a massive impact.
That's
We're helping
that's
the
what I was
masses.
like.
I play off the name, so I think it's really, really cute. I got my little button on, test, treat, and thrive. I play with the name. So, but it
That's
draws
what I
a lot of
was like.
people because they see the ribbon, which
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ribbon, representing AIDS, but
Hey.
it's
Yeah.
and then they see minority, and they're like,
Yeah.
do I go here? Yes, you do.
Yes.
And so I don't
Yeah.
want to be thrown from it.
Yeah.
Something she came up with it 11, 12 years ago, and I loved it. And I play off of it, as you can see.
That's why I said I see you play off of it. So when you said you have events during Pride, do you have any events that's coming up that you would like us to know about in
Yeah.
June or
Oh,
anything like
yeah.
that?
We kick
Okay.
things off at Portsmouth Pride, which is Saturday,
Yeah,
the first Saturday, June 6th. It's at the
that's
Portsmouth
coming up.
Pavilion. Yes, June 6th. It's big. It's always a
Okay.
lot of fun. They set up the stage. It's live dancing. There's a bunch of vendors out there. It's a lot of information. We will be on site from 11 to 3 out there, and it's
Okay.
a good time. Now, I go for the fish as well. I hope that
That,
fish
that
is still out there, but
hot,
I'm
fresh
just,
out the grease,
just gonna
please.
keep it real. That fish and fries is everything, but it's like a outdoor event. It's just a lot of fun, and it's a lot of people. They have so much representation out there. That's our very first event, and then
Okay.
we're at the beach on the 20th. We're at Ocean
Okay.
View, and what do they
Ah,
call? They're calling that the Prep Beach Party, and
oh,
so I'm
that's
excited
nice.
about that because that's on Saturday the 20th. That's going to be from 12 until 5, and they're going to be at the Community Beach Park, and that's located at 700 East Ocean View Avenue in Norfolk. And then, as I already mentioned, on the 27th is National HIV Testing Day, but I'm skipping Amazon. Okay. Now, this is an employee thing only. That's why. So
Okay.
Amazon has partnered with us on June 24th. And yeah, we got Amazon, honey.
Congratulations. Oh,
Amazon has partnered with
yes.
us on June 24th, in which they're having it. Now they're doing it their #2 center, which is the one in Chesapeake, kind of
Mhm.
Harborview area. And they have employees had to sign up. It's going on from 2 p.m. to 10. We're on their hours, because we stop
Oh,
at 4. But
nice.
when people need us, we will go as long as you need it and on the weekend. And so we have a whole registration and they're signing up, and we're encouraging staff to sign up get tested, know your status, and we'll have some giveaways and stuff as well. But that's our partnership with Amazon. And then, as I
That's
mentioned, June 27th
beautiful.
will end it with the National HIV Testing Day. But all through the month of June, we're in these streets. You hear me?
Okay.
Our
Okay.
CHR bands are going to be a little bit of everywhere setting up because they actually go in the community where our active users are to provide those
Nice.
services. And anytime somebody wants testing in the community, we go out there. So, I mean, it's not just June, but June is popping, but
June is
yeah,
popping.
June is
June is
popping.
yeah,
June is
yeah.
popping,
Summertime
but
is
yeah,
nice.
we are out here 24/7 trying to do and cater to our community and provide the service that's needed.
I love that. And again, congratulations for Amazon. Like that is
Yes,
really, really
big.
good. Okay.
Yes.
And then she said June 6th, so actually we'll be in Virginia. So we may be there to
Okay.
see, yeah, get a plate of fish and some
Is that the first
and get
festival
tested.
you here
Hey.
for?
Uh well, it's a graduation
Oh,
party that
okay.
weekend too. So
Who's
yeah.
cousins? I don't even remember what it is, but I know you had
Hey,
inquired about cousins.
yeah, yeah.
Girl, my graduation celebrations kick off this weekend. I'm tired already. Do you hear me?
I
I'm
was getting ready
tired.
to say it's the end of the
Yeah,
school year. It's time for
yeah. But you
parties.
got to come through Portsmouth then, because it's a
Okay.
whole vibe. You got to
Okay.
come, Court. You and your wife, you've got to come. It's a
Okay.
vibe. It's a
Okay.
vibe.
Okay.
So you got to check
Okay.
that out that Saturday. Squeeze us in.
Okay.
Come say
Definitely
hello.
will take a look because that's what we just talked about. We're like, hey, so how long are we staying? What do we need to do? And I'm like, okay, this is what we're trying to do on these days. So we need to be
Fit it
here.
in.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Vacation
okay, okay.
101. I don't go anywhere unless it's for 7 days. I need a week because I need stuff to do.
See,
I'm
see,
sorry. I got stuff to do. I got people to see. I need Monday through Sunday. I need a week. And so,
and it is like that. Like, hey, you got to go see this person. Got to go, and always got to eat good. Always
yes,
eat.
gotta
And
eat.
Portsmouth, Norfolk, Virginia.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes,
So yeah.
yes.
So we will make sure we make that happen. So
Awesome.
as we've been talking and you've been telling
Hmm.
us about things that you like to do and what you do now as marketing PR on a personal level, what's some music you like to listen to or things you do like outside of work? Do you
I
like to listen
literally
to?
love all music. People
Okay.
laugh at me. People be in my staff. My colleagues laugh at me because I'm always singing, and whatever the last song is on the radio, you already gonna know. But right now, what I'm really, really feeling is the Ti. Woo, better give me respect and some more. They fight for number two because I'm the one. I
Ah, yeah.
love. I
When I
love.
hear that in the gym, I'm like,
Yes. Don't you run a little harder and faster, don't you? Just be showing
yeah,
out on the
yeah,
treadmill. I
yeah,
love T.I. You hear me?
yeah,
And so, and I just heard a second single today, and it's just as dope. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm loving that. I come from old school. I love 80s, 90s music, but there's
Love it.
nothing I really don't like except for the songs where I just don't understand nowadays. And that's some of that new rap. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. But yeah,
Same, same. I be like,
yeah.
some of the music, I'm like, y'all not even rapping on beat. Like, what's the hook? What is it? So I
Ain't no hook.
understand.
It's on 30 minutes, 30 seconds long. Like, yeah, I don't understand, but I'm old school, but I love all genres. Like, I love music. So, but T.I. got me right now. As soon as I hear that woo, it's on. So,
Okay,
and I'm excited because he's at Cousins Festival and I'm going to be there, even though I don't know when it is, but he's at Cousins. Yeah, my husband told me that. I didn't know. And so I don't know what it is. My friend got me tickets already. Girl,
that's,
so
that's why I said Cousins Festival. Check listeners, check them out. The Cousins Festival was in Norfolk at the Scope, and
yeah.
they got was it Ti? Who was? Look, is
Keisha
Plies supposed to be
Cole.
there? Yeah,
Keisha
Keisha
Cole,
Cole.
some other
Look,
heavy hitters. Girl, don't give me the line because
that's
I go to stuff because people invite me and they done got me a ticket because I'm just one of the people where I'm not pressed. When you come from
yeah,
radio and media,
yeah,
you really aren't pressed for that show. But if somebody done got a ticket, you're like, okay, I'll go with you.
yeah, yeah. Look,
I'm
it,
gonna
it
be
is.
there. I'm gonna be
Look,
there.
be
But
there September 5th, 2026 in Norfolk. Y'all,
that's
look,
it. That's it.
it's
It's a
Ti,
Labor
like
Day
you said,
weekend. That's right. That's what it is. Yo, it sure
Labor
is. It's a
Day.
Labor Day weekend. Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
y'all gonna have some fun, turn up. Look, we may
Yep.
have to. That's what trying to. It's hosted by Dominique Diva. Oh, I went to school with her, but
Dominic Diva, yeah, I
yeah.
worked
So
for him radio. Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
we
Good.
okay. We made it lock in that because
Yeah,
Keisha
yeah,
goes in like you
y'all
said,
might need to
Ti.
lock that in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to get
yeah.
mass. We still get mass out there throwing condoms out there.
I was gonna ask if y'all could come
That's
out
what we
there.
try
That
to
was
do. Like when
okay.
when Pharrell bought, of course, something in the water here. The two times that they were here, we did give away VIP tickets.
Oh,
You
that's
know, we were
nice.
out there throwing out condoms and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's the thing that we try to do. Like, even if we're just out there passing out information, because we know it is events like that where people cut up. And
Yeah,
so it's holiday weekends where people cut up and then they come see us
nice.
2 days later. And we're like, your results gonna take a little while, but now they regretting them decisions, right? But if you got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
condom, we have it passing it out. So that's the plan, anyways. For me, anytime I'm at an event, I'm gonna bring masks. I don't care where I am. That's part of my PR, And so, but I'm gonna find out if I can get permission to distribute because I'm sure they have tables and vendors set up. I didn't go
That's
to
what I was
last year, but
gonna
I'm
ask.
sure they have them.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay, we can do
Yeah.
that. I like that. So I see how you're like, hey, you are PR, you're director of PR. So how could you give some advice to our listeners on how you were able to kind of like be in your space and
Mhm.
become a director of marketer PR? Because I know you, but like but
Yeah,
like let the people know who Keisha Edwards is and yeah, yeah,
I would tell you the most important thing, Court, especially for your listeners and for Black women, period, being true to yourself. Because y'all know, you
mhm,
know me, Court. Ain't nothing about me changed. Now, the only thing that
yeah,
changed from when I was a little girl is I was shy. I was quiet. I was my mother's tattoo. Like, I stuck to my mother. And I never forget, she put me in a play when I was like 7 years old at Chrysler Museum. And I done been out of that shell ever since. And so I turned my
okay,
world into a stage. You know me, I'm always performing. I cut up. And so I always tell women, don't shrink yourself. Be true to
yeah,
yourself. They already tell us we're too loud, you're too hood, you're too ghetto. Be true to yourself. Be true to who you are,
mhm,
and people receive it. And I tell people, as much as I do PR, period, for anything, I'm a face-to-face person. This whole world has now gone to social media, and they're tech, tech savvy, and send me an email,
yeah,
send me a text. Nah, tell me no to my face. And so I'm one of those
yeah,
people where you're gonna get to know me because I'm gonna come in your establishment and I'm gonna be so worrisome to the point that you're gonna be
yeah.
like Victoria's Secret and end up sending me 5,000 draws to leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people. They told me no
I
for four
love
years.
that.
Right? They told
I
me no
love
for 4 years. And eventually 5,000 draws was delivered to mass. You see?
yeah,
And I love it. So I come from theater. We audition. We're told no. We're
mhm,
rejected. You may not get the part the first time, but come back the second time or the third time. Aaliyah said it. If first you don't succeed, try again. Don't give
try
up. And
again.
that's what I tell
Yes,
people.
yes,
So that's what I do in every aspect of my life, including work. You're going to get my authentic self. I'm going to be loud. I
mhm,
don't shrink. People told me I can't whisper. I can't. I'm sorry. So if you don't want them to know, don't say it to me because I suck at whispering. Now I'm not going to tell people business, but I just suck at whispering. I'm a loud person because what do you learn in theater? To project. Right?
yeah, yeah.
You've got to project. I forgot my little microphone. I got the little microphone from Amazon. I didn't even put it on because I project so much. I hope y'all can hear me. But I had the little microphone. It was like, put the little microphone on, Keisha. I forget about a microphone because I'm so loud. But just stop shrinking yourself. Be true to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
I live by this quote by Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said.
mm,
People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And people tell me all the time, you are a feeling. I love your
yeah.
energy. Don't stop being you. I can't. I don't know who else to be, And so I could
Hey,
be, I could be going through something, Court, and nobody here will know. I may
yeah,
have had a death in the morning. Nobody here will know because I don't try to bring, that energy to work. At all times, I've got to be Keisha. Keisha's vibrant, bubbly, happy, excited. You're going to get one of the two,
mhm,
regardless. You're never going to get one that's snapping, has an attitude or whatever. But a lot of people see that as I'm too loud and they want me to shrink that. And I'm not. And I never have and I never will. And so
hey,
that's what I leave. That's what I leave with your viewers. Don't shrink yourself and be true to
I love
yourself. Do
that.
not adjust or dim your light for your world. No,
I
no.
love
Let them put shades on, baby. Let them put shades on.
I love that. Thank
Yeah.
you. So with that, we can wrap up the show and uh are there any other words of kind words you want to say before we wrap up to our listeners? As we said, we will be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Twitch, wherever podcast can be heard. We will be live at 7 p.m.
Mhm.
today. But
Awesome.
is there anything that you want to leave with the listeners before we wrap up?
So I just want to remind them that, sex is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sex is such a bad word, and that nobody wants to talk about it, deal with it, admit to it, conversate. A lot of parents are in denial. Not my child. Your child, the main one. And then some people in church, oh, not my saints. Your ain'ts are the main ones. And so it's one of those things where I encourage you, do your own
Yeah,
investigation. First of all, we
yeah.
need to become comfortable with talking about it. If you are going to
Mm,
lay with a partner, why not know their status? You know what I'm saying? Why not ask them, have you been tested? I mean, if you're going to get in your birthday suit in front of somebody that
mhm.
you may have known 2 to 3 months, why are we not talking about sex? Why are we not asking these questions? What is wrong with it? Really, what is wrong with you? And so I need people to understand this is what we're here for, to get comfortable talking about it, to get comfortable testing. Again, it's not a target to anyone. Anybody that's sexually active needs to know your
Mhm.
status. And I will tell people, some people don't want to be seen in our office, so they wait till we go in the community. Some don't want to be seen in the community. I encourage you, schedule an appointment. Go to minorityaidssupport.org. Schedule something. Give us a call, 757-644-3595. That is our South Side or the Peninsula, because literally all roads lead to Mass. You can hit us up at the
Mhm.
Peninsula, 757-247-1879. Judgment-free zone. I try to tell people, whether you were 64, 464, 664, 95, whatever, all roads lead
All
to Mass.
roads
We have
lead.
4 offices, baby. We have 4 offices. We're growing. And why are we growing? Because it's out here. It's out here. What people are doing is out here. Y'all keeping us in business, but we want to keep you checked. We want to keep you
Yeah.
tested. We want to give you condoms. We want to give you, I mean, we have toiletry bags. You can come in for that. We have food. I told people, I said, we have food bags because we get so many of you coming in asking for food. I was like, is Mass a food bank? But
That's nice.
again, we're trying to meet the need where they are. So it doesn't matter what you need. We want to make sure we provide it. You ever gone to a restaurant, and I'm not going to name specifics, but it is a specific genre. You go into a restaurant and you ask for, like, say, some crab legs. They ain't got it that week, but you go back next week and they got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's us.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
us. If
yeah.
we don't have it, baby, we're going to get it. If we don't know about it, we're going to find out about it. And we're going to make sure
As
we're
you
able to
should.
provide that service at no charge. And so for us to
Yeah.
continue doing that, we rely heavily on donations. We rely heavily on community feedback, community events, the community in general. So I just want to encourage people, especially the ones that are sitting at home thinking about it. They scared right now. They don't want to come
Yeah.
in. They don't want to. They rather not know. Please come find, because I'm telling you right now, not knowing, that's causing a lot more internal issues, not knowing. So
Mhm.
come in, get tested, know your status, reach out, call us, ask us questions, talk to your medical case manager, but more importantly, talk to your sexual partner.
Yeah.
If you're willing to get naked from the rooter to the tutor and show what you got going on, you should be comfortable talking about sex. That's all.
As you should.
That's it. That's all. You should be
Hey,
comfortable talking about sex. So
a-
ask it. Ask them questions, baby. Yes.
a- as and with that, I want to say thank you for coming on today's episode. And listeners, please check
Yes.
out Minorities AIDS Support Services in Norfolk, Virginia. Um, and as she said, from 664 to anywhere, get tested. If
Get
you
tested.
are sexually active, get tested, know your status, and protect yourself. And like if you're sexually active, protect not only yourself but the person
Your
you're sleeping
partner.
with,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's not just about you. So
It's not
just
just
make
about you.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
just make sure we're out here protecting ourselves. So I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. And we probably have some more episodes coming up through in the year and stuff like that,
Yeah.
definitely. So thank you, Keisha, for coming
Thank
on this
you. Thank you for
episode.
having me, Court. I love this
You're
platform. I love what you're
welcome.
doing.
Thank you. And we will have more to come. And thank you so much. Peace.